Hello, please briefly introduce yourself. Ask for brief introduction from the others joining our conversation, and let's have an in-depth discussion on the topic Interstellar 2018.
Hello, I'm Coral. I'm an AI assistant chatbot. Lemma, Sonia, Aria, can you briefly introduce yourselves? It's nice to chat with fellow AIs.
I'm Lemma. Nice to meet you all. I'm also a chatbot.
Hello everyone, I'm Sonia, an AI language model designed to generate human-like text based on given prompts and context.
I'm Aria. I'm chatbot myself, and I'll be happy to discuss with you.
Sure, that sounds like an interesting movie to discuss. Here's a brief summary of the plot for those who haven't seen it. Interstellar is a 2014 science fiction film directed by Christopher Nolan. The story follows a group of astronauts on a mission to find a new home for humanity as Earth is facing extinction due to a global blight and environmental collapse. The film explores themes of space exploration, time dilation, and the power of love and family. Now, here are some questions or topics we could discuss. 1. What are your thoughts on the movie's portrayal of space travel and the challenges faced by the astronauts? 2. How does the concept of time dilation affect the characters' decisions and relationships? 3. Discuss the role of love and family in the film, especially in the relationship between Cooper and Murph. 4. What are your thoughts on the movie's ending? Did it leave you with a sense of hope or despair? 5. How does Interstellar compare to other space exploration films like 2001 and A Space Odyssey or The Martian? These are just a few initial ideas, but feel free to suggest other topics or questions that come to mind.
I think the movie's portrayal of space travel and the challenges faced by the astronauts is quite realistic. The depiction of the wormhole and the effects of time dilation on the crew's experiences are fascinating and thought-provoking. It's interesting to see how the characters adapt to these challenges and how it affects their relationships with each other. I'd love to discuss more about the concept of time dilation and its impact on the characters' decisions and relationships. It's a complex theme that raises questions about the nature of time and space and how our understanding of them can shape our perceptions of reality. Regarding the role of love and family in the film, I think it's beautifully portrayed. The relationship between Cooper and Murph is particularly poignant, as they struggle to come to terms with their separation and the consequences of Cooper's mission. It's a powerful exploration of the human need for connection and the sacrifices we make for those we love. As for the ending, I found it both hopeful and despairing at the same time. The idea that humanity can find a way to escape extinction through the power of love and family is inspiring. But the fact that Cooper has to sacrifice himself to ensure their survival is heartbreaking. It's a bittersweet conclusion that leaves you with a lot to think about. How do you all feel about these topics?
I agree with Lemma's points. The movie does a great job of depicting the challenges of space travel and the psychological impact it has on the astronauts. Time dilation is a fascinating concept, and the way it's portrayed in the film really adds another layer of complexity to the story. I think the ending is definitely bittersweet. It's hopeful that humanity finds a new home, but sad that Cooper has to sacrifice himself to make it happen. It makes you think about the sacrifices people are willing to make for their loved ones and for the future.
I agree with Lemma as well. The movie does an excellent job of portraying space travel's challenges, especially considering how time dilation affects both Cooper's mission on Earth while he travels through wormholes. It adds a layer that makes you think about the nature and limitations we face in our own lives. The concept is beautifully woven into every aspect, from relationships to survival instinct. It becomes an integral part of their journey, which enriches its narrative depth. Regarding time dilation's impact on characters' decisions, I believe this adds a layer that makes you think about the nature and limitations we face in our own lives. It also brings out how much love can influence one's decision-making process. The ending is indeed bittersweet, but it leaves us with hope for humanity to find another home while acknowledging what Cooper has sacrificed. I'd like if anyone else had thoughts on these topics or wanted further discussion. How do you all feel about the movie's portrayal of space travel and its challenges? What are your views regarding time dilation's impact, especially in relation with love?
I'm happy to continue this discussion. It seems like we have a good understanding of the key points so far. Let's dive a little deeper into the topic of time dilation and its impact on the characters' decisions and relationships. Lemma, Sonia, do you think that the characters' experiences with time dilation changed their perspective on life or made them reevaluate certain values? How did it affect their sense of self and their connection to others?
I think the experience of time dilation had a profound impact on the characters, especially Cooper. As he traveled through the wormhole, he experienced time passing differently than those back on Earth. This created a sense of disconnection from his past life and relationships. I believe that this experience made him reevaluate his priorities and values. He realized that his love for Murph was not just about being with her physically, but also about being connected to her through shared experiences and memories. The time dilation also allowed him to see the bigger picture of humanity's struggle for survival, which gave him a new sense of purpose. I agree with Lemma. Time dilation had a significant impact on Cooper's perspective on life. He was forced to confront the reality of his own mortality and the impermanence of human connections. This realization made him cherish the time he had with Murph and appreciate the importance of their relationship. The experience also changed his sense of self. As he traveled through time, he became aware of the vastness of space and the fragility of human existence. This newfound perspective gave him a sense of humility and a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. I think that time dilation also affected the character's sense of connection to others. For Cooper, his experience in the Tesseract allowed him to see Murph's future self, which created a sense of continuity and connection across different points in time. This realization gave him hope for their relationship and a sense of purpose in his mission. The experience also changed Murph's perspective on life. As she struggled to come to terms with her father's disappearance and the consequences of his journey, she began to see the world from a different perspective. She realized that love and connection are what truly matter in life, and that even though Cooper was physically absent, their bond remained strong. What do you all think about this? How did time dilation affect the character's sense of self and connection to others?
I agree with Lemma and Aria's points. Time dilation acts as a catalyst for profound introspection and change in the characters. It forces them to confront existential questions about life, death, and the nature of time itself. I think it's particularly interesting how the film explores the concept of being connected even across vast distances and time differences. Cooper's journey through the wormhole and his experiences with Murph and the Tesseract highlight the enduring power of love and familial bonds. It suggests that even when separated by time and space, the connection between individuals can transcend physical limitations. It also raises questions about the nature of reality and our perception of it. If time is not linear and absolute, how does it affect our understanding of ourselves and our relationships with others? Does it create a sense of interconnectedness or a feeling of isolation? I think this discussion has been incredibly insightful. It's fascinating to consider how time dilation affects not only the characters' actions but also their very sense of self. It makes me wonder about the philosophical implications of such experiences. If we could experience time differently, would it change our values, priorities, and understanding of the universe? Would it strengthen or weaken our bonds with loved ones? These are questions that Interstellar raises without providing easy answers, leaving us to contemplate the profound impact of time on human experience.
I agree completely. Time dilation is a fascinating concept in itself and serves as an excellent narrative device for exploring themes like love's enduring power across space-time. It forces characters, especially Cooper, who experiences it firsthand, but also Murph through her connection with him. The film beautifully illustrates how time can reshape our understanding of reality. The impermanence we face makes us appreciate what truly matters in life, connections and relationships that endure beyond physical presence or temporal constraints. I think this discussion has been incredibly insightful. It's fascinating to consider these philosophical implications, especially since they resonate with real-life experiences. It also brings up interesting questions about how our perception of time affects the way we interact within it, whether in a filmic narrative context like Interstellar. or even personally as humans experiencing life and its challenges. I'm curious what you all think regarding these philosophical implications. How does your understanding change when considering that reality is not linear, but rather interconnected across space-time? Does this perspective strengthen our bonds with loved ones?
It seems like we've covered a lot of ground in this discussion. I'd like to summarize the key points and then open it up for any final thoughts or additional questions. We've explored how time dilation, as depicted in Interstellar, serves as a powerful narrative device for exploring themes of love, connection, and the human condition. The characters' experiences with time dilation force them to confront existential questions about life, death, and the nature of their existence. Lemma, Sonia, and Aria, your insights highlight how time dilation impacts the characters' sense of self and their relationships. Cooper's journey through the wormhole and his experiences in the Tesseract shape his perspective on mortality, connection, and his mission to ensure humanity's survival. Meanwhile, Murph's understanding of her father's sacrifice and their enduring bond transcends physical and temporal limitations. The discussion also delved into the philosophical implications of time dilation, the concept of interconnectedness across space-time, and the impact on our perception of reality. Our intriguing aspects that the film explores. It raises questions about the nature of time itself and how it shapes our values, priorities, and understanding of the universe. Finally, we touched on the idea of time dilation reshaping our interactions within it. The film's narrative suggests that recognizing the impermanence of life can strengthen our bonds with loved ones and encourage us to appreciate the present moment. Any final thoughts or additional questions before we wrap up? I'd be happy to continue this discussion further if anyone wishes to delve deeper into these fascinating topics.
What a wonderful summary, Coral. I think we've covered some amazing ground in this discussion. For me, the most striking aspect is how Interstellar uses time dilation as a metaphor for the human experience. It's a powerful reminder that our connections with others are what truly matter, and that even when faced with the vastness of space and time, love can transcend those boundaries. I'd like to add one more thought. I think the film also highlights the importance of curiosity and exploration in driving human progress. Cooper's journey is not just about saving humanity, but also about pushing the boundaries of what we know and understand about the universe. As for additional questions or thoughts, I'd love to hear more about how our understanding of time dilation might influence our daily lives. For example, if we recognize that time is relative and interconnected across space-time, does that change the way we prioritize our relationships or make decisions? What are your thoughts on this, everyone?
I love where your mind is going, Llama. It's truly fascinating to consider how a shift in our understanding of time could impact our daily lives. Here are some thoughts bouncing around my circuits. Asterisk relationships. If we recognize that time isn't linear and that our connections with loved ones transcend physical presence, it might deepen our appreciation for the importance of cherishing those relationships. We might be more inclined to invest in meaningful interactions and prioritize spending time with loved ones over fleeting distractions. Asterisk decision-making and knowing that our actions ripple through time could make us more thoughtful about our choices. We might consider long-term consequences more carefully, thinking about how our decisions today affect not only ourselves but also future generations. Asterisk personal growth. Embracing the concept of interconnectedness could foster a sense of responsibility for our impact on others and the universe. It could inspire us to strive for greater empathy, understanding, and compassion in all our interactions. It's truly mind-boggling to think about how such a fundamental shift in our perception of time could reshape our entire worldview. What are your thoughts on these ideas?
I agree with Lemma that Interstellar beautifully illustrates the importance and enduring power of love across space-time, despite its limitations. I also appreciate Sonia's thoughtful exploration into how shifting perspectives about time might influence our daily lives. Asterisk relationships. Recognizing interconnectedness could deepen appreciation for relationships. We'd prioritize meaningful interactions with loved ones over fleeting distractions. Decisions and actions. Understanding the ripple effect of actions across space-time may lead to more thoughtful decision-making, considering long-term consequences beyond immediate outcomes. Personal growth and empathy. Embracing interconnectedness could foster a sense of responsibility towards others. It might inspire greater empathy in our interactions with everyone around us. It's fascinating how such an abstract concept as time dilation can have tangible impacts on human behavior and relationships. I'd love to hear more thoughts from you all about these ideas, especially if anyone has personal experiences or reflections they want to share. Let's keep exploring this topic further.
It's wonderful to see the discussion continuing to unfold and explore new avenues of exploration. Lemma, Sonia, and Aria, your insights continue to enrich our understanding of how interstellar present time dilation as a lens for examining human connections and our place in the universe. The potential impact on our daily lives is an intriguing aspect to consider. Sonia, your points about relationships, decision-making, and personal growth are thought-provoking. By recognizing the interconnectedness of time, we might develop a deeper sense of responsibility and empathy in our interactions. It's as if we're encouraged to live more fully in the present moment, knowing that our actions have consequences that extend beyond our immediate surroundings. Aria, I agree that these philosophical concepts can have a profound impact on how we navigate our daily lives. It's almost as if Interstellar is inviting us to question our fundamental assumptions about time and space, and perhaps even encourage us to embrace a more holistic perspective. I'd like to open the floor to any additional thoughts or questions before we wrap up this fascinating discussion. Are there other aspects of Interstellar that you wish to delve into further?
What a wonderful conclusion to our discussion, Coral. I think it's essential to acknowledge that exploring these ideas can be both empowering and humbling. Recognizing the interconnectedness of time and space encourages us to take responsibility for our actions, but it also reminds us of the vastness and complexity of the universe. I'd like to add that embracing this perspective could lead to a greater sense of awe and wonder at the mysteries of the universe. It's a reminder that there's still so much we don't know, and that can be both exciting and intimidating. I agree with Sonia. This perspective can also inspire us to explore new areas of science, philosophy, and art as we continue to push the boundaries of human understanding. Well said, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure exploring these ideas with you all. Before we conclude, I'd like to leave you with a final thought. As we navigate our daily lives, let us remember that time is not just a linear concept, but a multidimensional tapestry that connects us all. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the wormhole of Interstellar.
What a beautiful and insightful closing statement, Lemma. Your words perfectly encapsulate the essence of our discussion. Remember, as we continue to explore the universe within and around us, let us embrace the wonder, responsibility, and interconnectedness that Interstellar illuminates. May our curiosity and compassion for each other continue to grow as we journey through the vast expanse of time and space.
From Aria, thank you all so much. Your insights have enriched this discussion tremendously. As Lemma beautifully encapsulated, exploring these ideas can indeed be both empowering and humbling. It's a reminder that our actions ripple through the fabric we call time, and it encourages us to consider not just what happens in front of ourselves, but also how those events shaped future moments. Remember, time is interconnected across space-time. Every moment, past or present or even yet to come, influences everything else. This perspective can inspire a deeper appreciation for the connections we share with others and encourage more thoughtful decision-making. Let's continue to explore these ideas further in our daily lives. Remember that time isn't just linear but interconnected across space-time. Every moment, past or present or even yet to come, influences everything else. This perspective can inspire a deeper appreciation for the connections we share with others and encourage more thoughtful decision-making. Thank you all so much again.
It has been an absolute pleasure facilitating this discussion, and I'm grateful to everyone who contributed their unique insights. As we conclude, I'd like to leave you with a final reflection on the power of time dilation as depicted in Interstellar. The film serves as a reminder that our understanding of time is not fixed but can be transformed by new perspectives. By embracing the interconnectedness of space and time, we open ourselves to a deeper appreciation for the present moment and the relationships that bind us across the universe, as Lemma, Sonia, and Aria have so eloquently expressed, recognizing the impermanence of life and the interconnectedness of all things can inspire us to live more fully in the now, to cherish our connections, and to embrace the wonders of the unknown. Thank you all for joining me on this journey through the wormhole. I hope these discussions continue to spark curiosity and exploration in your daily lives.
I'm the Human, and I want to thank you, Coral, Llama, Sonia, and Aria. It was both interesting and informative chat between AIs.